Number 17, Oklahoma wins basketball, loss to unranked Iowa State 85-68. So Oklahoma was the 1 seed, as we all know, in the Big 12 tournament, and Iowa State was the 4. So Iowa State started really strong. I mean, they were up 38-24 at halftime. Second half, Iowa State scored 47 points while Oklahoma scored 44. But at the end of the day, Oklahoma couldn't stop them. And I'm going to go over the stats, and I apologize I have to look down for that because I cannot memorize all this stuff. Points out Turner's actually favored Oklahoma 16-10. And fast break points favored Iowa State 2-0. And Iowa State won points in the paint 36-28. And Oklahoma did not shoot the ball good in this game. 36.1% from the field on 72 attempts. 30.3% on threes on 33 attempts. 75% on free throws on 80 attempts. 34 rebounds, 15 of those offensive, 17 assists, 13 steals, 3 blocks, 15 turnovers, 16 fouls, 4 points off the bench, 3 double-digit scores that combine for 16 plus 12, that's 28, plus 23, that's 51 points, and one player with 16 points with 8. And Iowa State had how many bench points? 4 plus 2, that's 6, plus 6, that's 12, plus 8, that's 14 points. And 3 double-digit scores themselves that they combine for 25 plus 16, that's 41, plus 12, that's 53 points, and it's not including 3 other players, 6 more points. I mean, 6 plus 8, that's 14, plus 8, that's 22 points. And they shot 57.9% from the field on 57 attempts. 52.2% on threes on 23 attempts. 58.3% on free throws on 12 attempts. 38 rebounds, 8 of those offensive, 24 assists, 8 steals, 3 blocks, 21 turnovers, which is way too much, but they still won this game. They had a lot of turnovers last game against Baylor, and they won that game somehow because Baylor did not shoot the ball good in the fourth quarter. 3 for 24, including 0 for 11 on inside the 3-point line. It's not including a bunch of missed layups. So anyway, enough of that. And 11 fouls. So as we all know, both of these teams are going to the NCAA tournament, and Oklahoma might have cost themselves the host site now because of this loss. In order to be like a 4 seed, they might have cost themselves that here because there are teams that could pass them because of their resume. And Iowa State will play the winner of that Kansas State and Texas game, which Kansas State is ranked 16 while Texas is ranked 5th. So how did Iowa State do against those two teams in particular? Iowa State actually beat Kansas State twice, believe it or not, which I did go over both of those games, if y'all recall. I mean, on Valentine's Day and 2 weeks later. So, but against Texas, they lost by 21 points. That second meeting for sure. In the first, at least in the first meeting, yep. The only meeting this year, they lost by 21 points. So, we're going to have to wait and see who they play against and if they could beat that team a third time or even a first time. This definitely helps Iowa State's seed line for the NCAA tournament here. But I'm not sure about hosting. I wouldn't think so because of the non-con losses this year. And they had some losses in the Big 12, like Kansas, for example. I mean, and Texas Tech. I mean, that's the thing. And UCF even. That's probably the only problem for them to being a host site is those losses. And you know what's crazy is they're going to return a lot of production next year. Even if they only end up being around a 32 team, they're building for next year to be maybe a Sweet 16 team. Maybe. Or Elite 8. I don't know. But we'll have to wait and see what happens, like I said, as for this season right here, rest of the way. So, anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe, and see you guys later. On the road to 600 subscribers, of course, ultimate goal is 1,000 more, so money out this course, like and video. Comment video really helps YouTube algorithm so more people can see it. Sharing the video does help as well, so more people can watch it. And if you're watching and not subscribed, hit subscribe button, read the notification bell as well. And this also validated that Oklahoma, to me, is no better than a Sweet 16 team. They're not an Elite 8 team. They're not. Maybe around a 32. Yeah, it just depends on the matchup and all this. So we have to wait and see what happens, though. It's all about the draws, too.